6 stories about the 2008 Celtics unearthed by NBCSB's new documentary, Anything is Possible. The story of the 2008 Celtics covers everything you needed to know about Boston's championship run, and more. 3 little-known tales from the 2008 Celtics, unveiled by the 2-hour documentary that debuted on NBC Sports Boston Tuesday night. 1 ahead of the 2006 NBA Draft, Celtics president of basketball operations Dan Ainge was extremely interested in pursuing point guard Rajon Rondo out of Kentucky. Rondo said the first time Ainge saw him play was a game in Barcelona, where he, as a high schooler, scored 55 points and dished 17 assists. Ad choice advertising and red invented by Teeds, Danny was on Rondo before everybody, former Celtics coach Doc Rivers said. Like long before everybody, Rivers, however, was initially hesitant. I watched him 4 or 5 times and I went into Danny and said, he sucks. He's not that good. I don't see it, Rivers recalled. Danny said, just keep watching him. I'm telling you, just keep watching him. Advertisement per Ainge's insistence, Rivers kept watching and eventually began to like Rondo more and more. The Celtics hosted him for 2 workouts ahead of the draft. It was pretty impossible not to see the spectacular talent that he had. Ainge said, I felt like I had a little bit of connection with him in those 2 workouts as well. But Rondo brought more to the table than just his talent. Rivers said Rondo's intelligence stood out to him as early as their pre-draft interview. Rivers called him, still to this day, the smartest guy he's ever coached too. Paul Pierce said Kevin Garnett once proclaimed, despite his skinny frame, he was the strongest player on the team. When Pierce contended Garnett couldn't beat their teammate Leon Powe in an arm wrestling match, things escalated. I don't know why he told KG that. Kendrick Perkins said. Perkins said Garnett, sweating, started going crazy, while the team bet money on who they thought would win. Poe said he didn't think Garnett would beat him. We thought he wasn't strong at all. Poe said. We were making fun of him. Sure enough, however, Garnett was victorious. As Pierce put it, his will would not let him go down. Garnett then took on Glenn "Big Baby" Davis in another match his teammates thought he was going to lose. He won, again. Advertisement, he literally beat him with his will, Rivers said. I would have bet every dime I've ever made in my life that Baby would win that 3. Pierce threw up on the duck boat during the team's victory parade. I remember lighting up a cigar and was like, this is for Red, Pierce said. The next thing I know I was throwing up on the duck boat. I probably smoked, maybe 1 cigar ever up until then. I guess I didn't know how to hit a cigar. Pierce said he was snuck away for 4 or 5 minutes to take care of his business and drink some water upon his return. Alright, no more cigar, he said. Asterisk 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 plus 3 additional nuggets, courtesy of Poe and Brian Scalabrine at the documentary's premiere showing in Boston. 4. The Celtics held part of their training camp in Rome prior to the start of the 2007-08 season. Former Celtics forward and current NBCSB television analyst Brian Scalabrine said Garnett called up an Italian designer to have each player measured for a custom suit upon arrival. Garnett extended the offer to all involved with the team, coaches, the production crew, interns, according to Scalabrine. New suits for everybody, Scalabrine said, like we just got to Rome. We've been together for 3 days. That's just how he is. Quote, 5 Poe said the Celtics' practices were much like their games. We used to just go at it with each other, he recalled. We'd come into practice looking forward to it. Advertisement Po, who typically guarded Garnett during practice, said there was one moment from a one-on-one battle he would never forget. "I'm like, okay, he ain't going to get nothing today, he ain't going to get nothing today," Po said. "He's posting me up and I was stopping him for like a cool little minute, a hot minute. He has the ball, he turned around, and he looked at me, and he looked at me again. Well, I'm guarding him," he said. You too little. You 6 feet 5 inches, he shot over me and he made it. That really stuck with me. For the record, Po's listed height is 6 feet 8 inches. If I wear the right shoes, I'm about 6 feet 8 inches and a half, he said. 6 After retirement, Scalabrine became an assistant for the Golden State Warriors. When he returned to the TD Garden for a regular season game, Scalabrine said head coach Mark Jackson shouted out a call, 42 cross, for his team. But the play was a bluff. The Warriors didn't have a 42 cross in their playbook, and Rondo knew. Per Scalabrine, Rondo looked at Mark, and then he looked in the air and said, 42 cross, and then he looked back at Mark and said, you don't have a 42 cross. I was like, how the hell did he just know that? Somehow, someway, he knew that. And they're not a rival. It wasn't a playoff series. It was an insignificant game during the middle of the week. He was the smartest player I've ever played with, and it's not even close. By Taboola sponsored links, promoted links. You may like family-minded 12 most family-friendly dog breeds, family-minded and fashionable these plus size dresses transformations will surprise every man. A fashionable Save70.com flights in Singapore at ridiculously low price. Save70.com Mundo Babel. Say hello to the app which gets you speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. Babel Undo Fropki 27 spectacular photos of Earth by NASA. Fropki on a throne. Free online game. Play this for 2 minutes and see why everyone is addicted. Throne. Free online game. Undo.